Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome back. My name is Mathman and today it's time for the one hunt challenge. All we can do is gather evidence and observe its behavior. But once it hunts, we have to leave the house and we have to make a guess out of all the ghosts that are left. We start off with the standard kit for the small houses and we are going in for Livy Cray. Livy Cray, here we go. Let us see. We are doing this on a professional preset with a few minor tweaks. And so we can get up to 3 evidences, which is nice. But that doesn't mean it is not going to be tough. Sometimes you just don't get more than 2 pieces of evidence, maybe even 1, and you still have to figure out the ghost. Let's see what's going to happen, and let's hope that we are successful for this run. First things first, let's find ourselves a cursed object. It is not going to be the, I was going to say it's not going to be the tarot cards. And the reason it's not going to be the tarot cards is because it's the Ouija board. Also, it wasn't in the tarot card spot. Let's see. We are gonna go and look for the bone. The bone should not be a hard find on this map, although sometimes it does spawn in locations where you're just like, that a ghost can't walk there. Why is it spawning there? Like this corner. Where it can actually spawn. It can also spawn in the basement, which is not a great location for it to be. But then it never is when it's a basement, is it? I always dislike basement spawns. Basement ghosts, basement spawns, everything. Mostly because they're quite open. And usually you can't run away very well in the basement. Think, for example, of Willow Street House. If you get caught out and you are stuck on one side, there's literally nothing you can do. It did just touch this ball. And it also touched something else, because we got EMF 2, and I don't know exactly what. So it's definitely up here. We can leave our EMF reader near the door, because it's either going to be in there or it's going to be in the hallway. And we will continue looking for the bone. There it is. We got ourselves a bone. Well, that makes it simple then. We can just drop this one off over near the room and grab ourselves some evidence items. No EMF 5 just yet. We were lucky on that with the last one. Let's have a quick look-see. Upstairs there, what are good options? I think we'll kick it off with a camera and dots. Just because then we can get those set up. And then we'll bring the book in afterwards, together with either the spirit box or the UV, depending on how active it's going to be on doors. It's only touched 1 door. I always feel like if they are regularly touching doors, there's a higher chance that you get an UV quicker than a spirit box, which is always a nice thing to happen. I think it's actually in this bathroom. I think it's in this bathroom, and I think it just turned the light on. Turning on the light is something that a mare can't do, so this is not a mare. And I'm going to put the dots down and give this a quick EMF read. With these, by the way, putting your EMF reader on top is a great way to make sure that you get that information. And it has just thrown my tripod. Can't throw my tripod. Well, clearly it can, but it shouldn't. It definitely shouldn't be throwing my tripod. Hopefully we are able to get some evidence. Nothing as of yet. I'm thinking UV, actually, because it seemed quite active on the door while we were in there. Remember, a shade is able to do interactions while you're in the room. It's not able to do events. Although it is also much less, it seems much less likely to do interactions as well. That was dots, so it's definitely not a shade. I could see the baby running towards us. It's a child! Why is this a child? That was a weird dot. It was just sort of... Was that my breath or was that dots? It was one of the two. Ooh, yes please. A nice little dirty water. We don't mind that. That's a lot of money. One of the most valuable pictures you can get, the dirty water. Did it again. And no fingerprints. Well, we get 3 pieces of evidence, and since it can't be an obake, that means we are not going to get fingerprints at all. We also didn't see any ghost orbs, so I don't think it's going to be ghost orbs, which means it's going to be a wraith, an oni, or a Diogen. Let's set up for the wraith trap. This is a lot harder when you play it in nightmare mode, because you cannot untick evidence. One is hidden, so you never know what you can and can't untick. So if you really want to try a good one hunt challenge, I would definitely suggest going for nightmare mode at least. If you can handle insanity, you're only going to make it harder on yourself, but having that sort of freedom of movement for the evidence, meaning there's one evidence hidden so you can never tick them off, means that ghosts become a lot harder to identify. But unprofessional is a great way to just get an idea of what the ghost is. The ghost was writing. Well, we know what that means. We know what that means. It is a Diogen. Okay. I'm okay with this. We've identified the ghost. And the ghost hasn't hunted yet. Now I have to show what a Diogen can do, of course. Well, we all know the Diogen. The Diogen is going to show itself by being super, super slow when it gets close, but very, very fast while you are far away from the ghost. Always make sure when you have a Diogen that you have a place you can loop the ghost. Looping the ghost is extremely important, because you cannot hide from a Diogen. There's just no option. Average sanity we can definitely lower. Cleanse the area around the ghost is also super easy. And then we just need to get 2 more photos. We might even get a perfect investigation on this one hunt challenge. Now that would be interesting. That would be really, really fun. I think that would be my first one that I've managed to record. I had a few tries where my recording just absolutely broke, and I did make it, but no proof, so it doesn't count. And boom. And boom. That should give us a 3-star book. And it does. Perfect. Smudging around the ghost. Also a success. Now we just need to drain our sanity and we can do that in a very specific way. We can just ask the Ouija board some questions, can't we? If we just ask the Ouija board some questions, the sanity will be drained, and that means the ghost is coming to hunt us, and we can loop it to show that this is a Diogen. Where are you? Thank you. You're upstairs. Okay, we just need to loop it, which is with a Diogen should be fairly simple. So, hide and seek. Here we go. Listen how quick it is. It's a crawler as well, look. And now it just becomes super slow. That is such a typical Diogen. Look at how slow it is. This is perfect. This is what we like to see with a Diogen. It's gonna come around the corner. There's no other looping locations I can easily run to, or else I would do that just to show you guys. Oh, wait, there's one. There's one. I can run over here. Look, it speeds up again once it's further away, and then it slows down again. And that's it. That is a Diogen. And that is a 1-hunt challenge. And that is a perfect challenge as well. If you want to see more of the challenges that I completed, such as the weekly challenges, then click the playlist right here, which contains all the weekly challenges that I've completed and recorded. And of course, until next time, my name is Mathman, and it's time for me to be signing off.